Hello, is that the internet? Hi. I'd like my life back.
I realised I have 60 subscribers.
Because I'm a winner. That's what I do, I win.
I don't really want you to get any nearer. Am I gonna say this? Am I doing this? When I do this? Is this happening? That was a more chaotic entrance than I had expected. Much like my entrance onto this platform. So hi, if you haven't been here before, my name's Lena, and I just hit 100,000 subscribers. Woo! And I was thinking about what I could do to mark the occasion, and I didn't just want to eat my weight in cereal or like bathe in a bathtub of baked beans, as fun as that would be for everyone involved. When you look back on videos of me when I was uploading videos, I was really bad at it, really bad. It's the antithesis of an overnight success. I didn't want to let this opportunity pass me by because so many of you weren't around for the whole ride, and I wanted to introduce you to me, and not only me, but past me, so you can know present me. The main message of this video isn't actually to laugh at me or people like me at various ages. It's actually to say this has been fun, and you're not going to get great at it at the beginning. It's for, unless you're some kind of prodigy, it's not going to be good to start off with, and that's totally fine. This video is actually sponsored by the ethereal Skillshare, who exist in the ether, and that's why I like them. We love a sponsor on this channel that doesn't come wrapped in plastic, doesn't have to be shipped to you, and all I'm selling to you is facts, straight facts. What more noble wares are there? But we'll talk about them later in the video. Let me tell you about myself at 20. Here she is. Lena Norms. Fresh out of an Amjam performance of Dick Whittington in which she played Dick. She is an evangelical Christian, she's a virgin, she's a youth leader, she has just discovered swearing and blonde hair dye, occasionally gets drunk, and then throws toast at the Christian Union.
I am filled with Christ's love!
Whom she hates. But one of my favourite YouTubers, Evelyn of the Internet, always says, don't be afraid to let yourself be seen trying. And boy, did I try.
Hey everyone.
I'm gonna pick the top 100 moments, in my opinion, from my channel. They're not gonna be good moments or bad moments. They're just gonna be moments.
One nation under God.
It can be ugly.
What? Yeah, that was the worst. I also tried to create my own dishes in desperation. Omfu. It tends to look like what I imagine my womb would look like if it fell out of me. I am a new time voter. I've never voted before. BNP. Are you a politician or are you a defender of the ancient Christian religion? The Christian Party. Raise the motorway speed limit to 90 miles per hour? What are you rushing for? You've got eternity, haven't you? Oh. I just realised something. I realised I have 60 subscribers.
I really hate my double chin. I really hate it. Really hate it. Oh! More than half of the Lib Dem party who promised me that they wouldn't have voted for raising tuition fees. What? Oh, you suck at MCs, you got nothing on me from a growth man. You can't touch Kevin G. Oh, spill coffee on my crotch. Every time I misspell a word, trip on the lips of grammar, jumble up my tenses, put my syntax in the slammer.
I made a homemade Harry Potter memorabilia box for my brother's birthday. The part I had genuinely forgotten until watching this back. A book of human hair that I'd collected from various members of our family and friends.
Can I have a look of your hair?
What?
So that he could make polyjuice potion for whoever he wanted. Normal.
I know this is a bit of an anchor in history, but I didn't enjoy it, and I'm not going to apologise for that. Tries to make the fact that women caused the fall plausible. Why am I uploading videos of myself talking? Like back in the day, diaries were secret, weren't they? So little, and you can't rub it, you can't go like that. That'll burn you. You have to go really fast. You ready? interrupting Cinderella and the Prince's Dance is a timeline from 1616 to 1740 of all the kings and queens that there were. And I absolutely think this book is a pile of steaming, hot, sizzling horse manure. Like, so I was late for my lecture, but ironically it hadn't started yet. That's not ironic, that's fortunate. You're a lucky person. And that is what vampire literature discusses, whether things are inherently evil or not. How are you missing this? I'm gonna let it shine. I'm having a good time telling the joke. Why were you doing that? Did you hear the one about the optician who got stuck in the lens grinder? He made a spectacle of himself. Listen in history. It's going to make no sense to you right now, and I understand why, but in a lot of years' time, you are going to be sitting in a university English seminar talking about The Passion by Jeanette Winterson, which is a book that you are not familiar with, and you are going to say something really stupid. Curious Cookie asks, Curious Cookie, more like curious, where have the cookies gone, Sarah? Cookie jar is bare, there. Ain't no cookies in my cookie jar now, Sarah. Where is that? Because Jack Johnson's on hold for me at a bookshop. That you will die when you see. You will die. You will literally roll into your grave and pull the soil over your still decaying body because it's so good. Like a cereal bowl book. Do you know what that is? I feel like I'm going to invent a genre called cereal bowl book. It means books you can dip into while eating your cereal in the morning.
If you're worth it, which you are, don't worry, L'Oreal are here to tell you, then the inevitable set of circumstances is that you're going to take this shampoo home.
The magic of the audio book. Abridged, bitches. Blanket is on the lap. Can't see it, but you know it's there. Bit like chlamydia.
My name's Lena and I'd like to talk to you about porn. I know, it's an awkward topic. Imagine if you saw it everywhere.
Initial reaction is like, oh god, don't look at me, no, I'm not going to put my stuff up there, people will see it. It's not good to share your personal life on the internet. Oh, this is my favourite hobby, but I don't want to stop it, but I also don't want to compromise my career. And it made me really think about that kind of like spontaneous aspect of like covering up.
If I hold up this cute cat, will it distract you from the fact that I've cut all my hair off? I'm sending myself a message that I'm a brand, and I'm not a brand. I've realised that the pressure I put on myself to put up consistent, clean, immaculate content is actually ruining my enjoyment of this hobby. Emphasis on hobby. Fun is where the buck stops. It made me think about how YouTube's changed in the time that I've been here. 19-year-old me would have been like, I'm at a party in the Google Studios. Personally, I was just looking around at this party being like, these are just all people. And like every time I've met somebody real from the internet, I've been like, ah, so you're a person. I'm a woman, not a traffic jam!
And also, I respect your intellect enough to believe that you have the ability to see that I don't actually have red lips. Like that's
or
not
like massive
why...
winged eyeliner
yeah, no,
attached to
these
my
are
face.
not on my eyelashes.
And I was like, thank you for your opinion on this great democratic forum, but fuck you! To me, when people say, I want to be a writer, it sounds to me like when people say, I want to be a friend. A friend to who? Does it inherently destroy an activity to already want to do it before you've found something to do it about? I don't even care what anybody says. Triple click, whatevs. I don't even think this is in tune. What is anything really in tune? Isn't being in tune a construct? Isn't that the sweetest thing? I want to start this new series called Bathtub Busking. Basically consists of me playing songs that I barely know in my bath.
Pull out the vag lips. No, that...
How much is this going in? I don't know.
Start the day either with Weetabix or a rank, I would say. It makes you very calm.
Maybe both.
Yes.
A combination would be an achievement.
Every man's home is his castle.
We might save the world.
Don't say might, say
but
definitely. Yeah, we've got a lot of gumption, haven't we?
Yes, your eyes are very blue, and it does look like God had a spirit level when he was crafting your cheekbones, but I don't really want you to get any nearer. Books, 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 books. Do you ever feel like you might not exist? Bear with.
Thought we'd share with you some tips and tricks. That's got yourself
You are right, Ra. This is in fact my 3rd warning from the NHS to come for my cervical screening test. We're all a little bit illiterate when it comes to our own personalities. So if you think you've expressed yourself with your looks, like, record that. It's important. You want to look back on that. Equally, if you're not wearing any makeup or you haven't done your hair and you're still really happy with the way your face is, that's also transient. It's going to change. You want to record that, and you have the ability and the right to record that if you want to, and if you want to share it, well, fuck 'em. There's a great song that I learned in my childhood, and it goes, when you point your finger at your neighbour, there are 3 more pointing back at me. The first one says, now easy mate. You ain't cleared the rubbish at your own back gate. And with that, my life has been guided. So, 1, 2, 3, ready? Draw. I got that one. Yeah, yeah, getting better. Scientifically speaking, it is noteworthy, even poignant, to identify some of the early indicators of the disaster ahead. These intrinsic signs ignite like warning letters written in fire, yet the individual passes hastily by with the innocent smile of a child being led to the sacrificial altar. Hey. I finally put all of my writing in one document, and I was like, this is 30,000 words of a fuck. A fuck that I already give. Something that I thought I just didn't do because I didn't feel like it, I have been kind of doing all along. Lena, I've had this thought. Do we really need countries? And then we'll be there till 4 AM and I'll be like, I've got work at 9. And I'm like, yeah, but borders. I don't think we need them. My name's Lena, and I've been making videos on this channel for about 5 years. I've been living in this flat for 11 months and I haven't had internet in all of that time because internet is expensive. For the past nearly year, I've been uploading videos at work in my lunch hour and then running away, just like throwing them into the ether and being like, it is done. And I don't think it is done. Calling bullshit on myself, not done. What's this about, really? You can't just go onto the internet and tell people what literature is. Can't I? Got this the other day. Colouring book. You gonna put that on the list? Didn't think so. So on some levels, you have to kind of see dating like friendship. Oh wait, nobody does. Personally, when I heard about it, I was just annoyed they weren't giving out strawberry flavoured lollies and pink flavoured sorbet. Well, that was until I remembered that gendering political agenda is one of the most dangerous ideas I've ever heard of. And I think what is really lacking is debates in Parliament about why there isn't 50-50 Parliament with women and men. Hello, this is sponsor Lena sliding into your DMs during the interval while you're getting your popcorn and going for a wee. I'll talk more at the end of the video about what I've learned, if anything, during these 10 years on YouTube. I actually made a whole video, if you'd like to watch, on things that I've learned. But if I could say one thing I wish I'd done sooner, is take myself seriously. Honour my desire to get better at something rather than just muddle through, mortified, embarrassed, but the feeling of wanting to try. Nowadays, I am getting stuck in, I am becoming a trier, partly with the help of our sponsor, Skillshare. They have absolutely thousands of classes on filmmaking, essay writing, poetry, activism, freelancing, all the things I could have really done with not just freewheeling at the beginning. One class I took and was literally shaking my fist at the sky wishing I could beam it back to 2010 was Sorella Moore's YouTube Success, Build an Authentic Channel That's Worth the Follow. It's a really upbeat and accessible class that doesn't just cover equipment and tech, but how to develop your concepts, communicate, and be of use to your audience. I do think it's one thing to create a standalone video, but it's another thing to create a channel with a coherent tone and voice, and it's something that, as you can see, has taken me a long time. And to be honest, it's something I'm still working on, and this class gave me a lot to think about. Sorella's really thoughtful, and she makes sure her advice can apply to loads of different kinds of channels and ideas and concepts. And I swear I could have shaved 5 years off this montage and honed in on what I really wanted to say had I taken this class. Most classes come in at under an hour, so can fit into any schedule or, in my case, attention span. There's a community of literally millions on there, so you're never alone, and it's less than $10 a month for an annual subscription. So if you do take the free trial and decide to stick around, it's not going to break the bank. We love a purchase that lasts a lifetime, doesn't come wrapped in plastic, and doesn't need to be shipped to you. No learning on a dead planet, am I right? I know I really appreciate you sticking around for these sponsored segments. They really support the channel, and to say thank you, I obviously wanted to make sure there was something in it for you. So the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get a completely free trial of Skillshare Premium, living that premium life. So if you're interested in gently learning some stuff in 2021 and taking yourself seriously, do not snooze and lose. When they're gone, they're gone. Now, let's see what 2016 Lena is up to. Shall we? Now I have a lot more time for the stuff I love, and I feel like I'm a lot more myself because every time you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else, even if the yes is staying in and writing your random novel. We've got Craig Simmons. He's someone whose videos I'm purposely not watching all at once because I'm saving them because I think they're great, and I'm happy there's a little back catalogue of them that you can see straight through. But sometimes parts of me wander off and don't leave breadcrumbs. She's like, guess what? No one has to see you in your underwear if you don't want to show them. Like, oh, I sat on poo. To clarify, Lucy sat on this when she says she sat on poo. She didn't actually sit on poo, because Hannah does some shit on her sofa. Well, funny you say that. Hilarious anecdote. Funny story. I don't know if I want to be Hannah's friend anymore.
If everyone could stop thinking that Muslim women are oppressed, that would be great.
The stupidest question I get asked anytime you mention Quakers is that anything to do with the oats? Like, always.
We live in a capitalist society where we think genius trickles down like money and propriety. When I was leaving school, I was really scared about where I'd go. I felt like I had all these really good grades and I had this kind of intellectual capital that I had to use to the best of my ability, and it felt like a huge business decision, one that I wasn't quite ready for. And then I found this place and everything changed. I think I am under-delivering in all areas of my life at the moment. Still here, still uploading, it's another day. More Weetabix. More Weetabix required. Really do remember life without the internet. Does anybody remember Encarta? Encarta was a program you bought on a CD-ROM and you installed into your computer. It was like a dictionary but digital. It was insane.
In my house we like watch the 6 o'clock news with dinner. My review of the 6 o'clock news is needs more jokes.
It's like we built a fort to feel young, and actually I've never felt so old.
Politics is not just one day, it's every single day in every part of your life. Let them know, because if you don't, they presume that they can get away with it, or that you're just, nobody cares. And that's the thing, they have to know that people are watching them and are holding them to account.
Should I email them with the subject line being, I'm watching?
I know, that's not bad. You know what? Whatever it takes.
Yep. When bandits become bankers, watch your wallet and your lambs. Wolves can dress in strong and stable hands. This is our land, and just because you can't buy a house does not change the fact that the soil is still yours.
A YouTuber who talks about the lighting in their videos, like, please take me out and shoot me. Okay, this is a deep one. Are you okay for a deep one?
Deep.
Make art for your friends. Because when the world bends back on itself, every heart will need art tailor-made for them.
What do you think I'm missing out on by being with you?
You bastard.
Nothing!
Misery.
I've swiped to the end of Tinder, Craig. It's fine. I don't think I'm missing out on anything, in all honesty.
We've got a long time to go, so basically we have to keep Harriet Harman there in perpetuity. It's a bit like Weekend at Bernie's, even after she died.
No, she's
We're just going to sit Harriet Harman in the chamber.
Just stuff her, wheel her out.
She's our only chance of reaching it.
True trans experiences coming directly from the trans horse's mouth.
So I decided to go pack up all my belongings into a little handkerchief, throw it over a stick on my shoulder and go to Austria.
The Sound of Music, for want of a better cliche, has been a guiding light through my life. Don't come at me. It may be pretty sad for some of you. I have actual facts. I've become a European Parliament ambassador because democracy is worth it. Because you're not dangerous when you're bored. You're not a threat if you're bored.
Hi, I'm Lena Norms and I'm here in Queen Victoria's bedroom.
A YouTuber writing a book? Who do they think they are?
How do I look? Excellent. You know what? I'm just trying to look as scary as possible so people keep their 2 metre distance in the street, do you know what I mean? Lumber, textiles, grain, livestock, agriculture, and coal mining. Is it because in the future we run out of it first? Especially when mining coal is also associated with working class people. What does it mean when Katniss rises as a miner of fossil fuels alongside a boy called Peter? Pete. I think you'll find this demeans women everywhere under the guise of empowering them. Why do they have feather boas in a hotel?
I'm speaking to you. I am speaking to you. I am speaking to you.
Ow! I am speaking to you from the cabinet room, number 10, Reality Street. And I have to tell you that this country is at war with apathy.
For those of us particularly prone to what I'll call self-fringing, you need to cut into it like that, and are particularly vulnerable to the seductive calls of the lockdown fringe, just need to warn you that Daisy Edgar-Jones has an incredible fringe in this, and we must reach inside ourselves and find control. You want to not lose your workings while also keeping your soul? Yes.
Hey Nadia.
Hi Lena. The whole Billy Elliot, Rishi Sunak, pandemic soup all started swirling in my head and it birthed this video essay.
My mum's knitting something. I'm not really sure what. She's abandoned it mid-inspiration, but having this ball of wool on my lap means that I can balance my mic on it. The visuals of productivity are here, but I'll be producing nothing.
Frog snog out. So there you have it, the inside of my guts. You just saw it. I feel so vulnerable. I hope that was entertaining to you in some way. To be honest, it was half funny for me to edit and half appalling, I guess, because there's so much that you don't see in those videos, and I know when I look at 20-year-old Lena, I feel incredibly and eerily detached from her, and to be honest, most of the time I think she's a bit of a twat. So practicing self-compassion is something that I also encourage you to do when looking back at your past self. If I had to say I had learned anything, it would be these 3 things. Take yourself seriously. I know that I didn't, and in some ways that's good. We like to tread lightly on the earth. We like not to take ourselves too seriously. Existence is a joke after all. But I wish I had admitted to myself that I wanted to get better at this thing, so I could have got closer to what I was happy with making earlier. Remember, if you do want to start taking yourself seriously, there are some freebies below from Skillshare, so don't sleep on yourself or that. The second thing is something that was explained really well to me in a podcast I'll link below recently, which is about how the road narrows as you go. I had no idea, no focus, and to be honest, this channel started more as a video diary than it did about my thoughts and communicating and serving you lot. So I think there's this really hard line on concept and having something really niche and narrow to do. I feel the opposite. I feel like my channel has started having a direction and a purpose, but only because I started doing everything and experimented. So don't feel like you need to know what you're doing to start with. The podcast talks about when you have a really broad horizon, you go towards it and it becomes narrower and narrower, but when you arrive at that place, it opens up again. And I feel like I'm at that point with my channel. I've honed something and now there's even more possibilities for things to do. And then thirdly, it is not the end of the world if nobody watches. I think we measure the success of a project by the audience it gathers, and you'll see from most of my channel's history that it had very few eyes on it, and that was kind of a good thing for me. I'm really glad that most of you haven't watched the full videos of those clips because they're just a little mortifying. It seems like an obvious statement, but when anybody starts at anything, they're rubbish at it. So if people aren't flocking to you at the start, that might actually be really great. Thank you so much for watching, whether this is your first video or you've been here since 2009. I think I'm just gonna spend the comments in this video saying hi to people, so come and introduce yourself and tell me how long you've been watching. You can tell me about something you're creating, something you're planning to create, or just what your preferred toast topping is. More videos on this channel to watch here, and until next time, Frog Snug out.